Hi everybody, welcome back. This is actually the first video of a series I like to call Microneedling RF, WTF. And in this series of videos, I am going to explore all the microneedling devices on the market, and I am going to break down each one and do a comparative analysis on the two and help you figure out which one is right for you. So if you're like my patients and you're being inundated with all this marketing about microneedling RF and all these different devices, this series is for you. And if you're new here, Beauty Ingenuity is a channel that is focused on helping you navigate your way through this chaotic world of all cosmetic devices and injectables, and my goal is to help you get to your goal faster and safer. In the ring today, going head to head, is MORPHEUS8 and Endymed Intensif. These are both microneedling with radio frequency devices that are used for anti-aging. All right, so let's get into the MORPHEUS8 pros. MORPHEUS8 is relatively newer, so it's been on the market for a couple years now, and it is capable of going much deeper into the skin, deeper than most all the devices out there. And this is particularly beneficial for body parts. So Morpheus is used a lot of the time for the abdomen, stretch marks, cellulite sometimes, the legs, the arms, tightening skin particularly on body parts. And its energy can penetrate up to 6 millimeters into the skin. The other pro about Morpheus is how fast it fires. It can go up to 2 pulses per second, which in the whole world of microneedling is pretty fast. And that means you can do a very large area in a short amount of time. And the last pro for MORPHEUS8 is that it has 2 separate tips. One that has 25 little pins in it to treat smaller areas, and then the other one has 64 pins in it to treat a generally larger area. MORPHEUS8 is extremely customizable because it has both non-insulated and semi-insulated needles. All right, let's go into Intensif pros. So the first pro I'm going to tell you about Intensif is that it is non-insulated. Now that can be a little controversial because if you're a darker Fitzpatrick, you really don't want to choose the non-insulated needles because the amount of heat going into the skin can give you that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that we don't want. However, I'm listing it as a pro because of the amount of heat. You get such an amazing degree of tightening in the skin and firming. Now the second pro for Intensif is that because of the non-insulated needles, it has the ability to treat active acne, and this is all types of acne, and I've seen it do such a good job with this. And the final pro for Intensif is that it does also have a lot of flexibility in depth. You can start at 0.5 millimeters and go all the way to 5 millimeters in depth, which is pretty high. Not quite as high as MORPHEUS8, but you're still able to treat body parts. It has a unique, elegant design. The tips themselves make it so easy for providers to get in very small nooks and crannies, especially around the eyes, safely and effectively. All right, so now we're going to get into the cons. And the first con I have for MORPHEUS8 is the design of the handpiece. Unlike its competitor Intensif, the handpiece is shaped like a gun, which can also be helpful for provider comfort, but it's just not great for around the eye. It's harder to get in those very tiny nooks and crannies that really need it. And the final con I have for Morpheus is just the pain. When you're going to deeper depths in the skin, it is going to be more uncomfortable, so a longer numbing time would be helpful. So the first con for Intensif is that it is so slow. A treatment for the face can take 30, sometimes 45 minutes to complete. Secondly, because Intensif has the non-insulated needles, they're not always the best or first choice for darker skin. So primarily, it's a very select group of people that can use this device. So I'm sure you're wondering, which one is best? The answer is neither, because it really depends on who you are as a person, your skin type, what your goals are, and even what area you're treating. But I hope this video helped you understand both modalities and steer you in the right direction of which one might be right for you. Thank you guys for joining me yet again, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.